The Republic of Maldives, sometimes known as the Maldives, is an archipelagic nation in South Asia that is positioned in the Indian Ocean. 400 nautical miles from the Asian continent's landmass, it is located southwest of Sri Lanka and India at a distance of roughly 750 kilometers, 470 miles. Havandipalhu Atoll in the north and Adu Atoll in the south are connected by a chain of 26 atolls across the equator. The Maldives is one of the world's most geographically dispersed sovereign states, the smallest Asian nation by land area, one of the smallest Muslim-majority countries, and, with about 557,751 people, the second least populous nation in Asia. Its territory spans roughly 90,000 square kilometers, including the sea, and the land area of all the islands totals 298 square kilometers. The capital and most populous city is Malé, which is also known as the King's Island, where ancient royal dynasties once reigned due to its strategic location. The Chagos Laccadive Ridge, a sizable underwater mountain range in the Indian Ocean that also includes the Chagos Archipelago and Lakshadweep, is where the Maldivian archipelago is situated. It is the lowest lying country in the world, with an average elevation of 1.5 meters above sea level and a maximum natural point of only 2.4 meters. One of the most dispersed nations in the world, the Maldives is made up of 1,192 coral islands linked together in a double chain of 26 atolls that spans 871 kilometers, 541 miles, from north to south and 130 kilometers, 81 miles, from east to west. Only 298 square kilometers of this total area is made up of dry land. It is located between longitudes 72 degrees and 74 degrees east and latitudes 1 degree south and 8 degrees north. The 960-kilometer-long submarine ridge that rises abruptly from the Indian Ocean's depths and spans north to south is where the atolls, which are made up of live coral reefs and sandbars, are located. Two open passageways that allow safe ship transit from one side of the Indian Ocean to the other within the Maldives' territorial waters are only near the southern end of this natural coral wall. These atolls were divided into 21 administrative divisions by the Maldivian government for administrative purposes. The largest island in the Maldives is Gone, which is part of the Lamu Atoll, also known as Hadumathi Maldives. The westernmost islands in Adu Atoll are connected by roads that cross the reef with a total length of 14 kilometers. The highest and average natural ground levels in the Maldives are only 2.4 and 1.5 meters above sea level, making it the lowest country in the world. However, this has been raised to several meters in locations where building is taking place. Coral islands that rise less than 1 meter above sea level make up more than 80% of the country's area. The Maldives are therefore at a great danger of being submerged as a result of rising sea levels. According to the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, if sea levels continue to rise at their current rate, the Maldives will be uninhabitable by 2100. According to the Köppen climate classification, the Maldives have a tropical monsoon climate that is influenced by the vast landmass of South Asia to the north. The Maldives have the lowest height of any nation in the world, hence it is always hot and frequently humid there. This landmass's presence produces a differential heating of the land and the ocean. The southwest monsoon is the outcome of these forces, causing a flood of moist air from the Indian Ocean over South Asia. The dry season connected to the winter northeastern monsoon and the wet season connected to the southwest monsoon, which brings high winds and storms, are the two seasons that dominate the weather in the Maldives. During April and May, the dry northeast monsoon gives way to the rainy southwest monsoon. The southwest winds during this time help to the development of the southwest monsoon, which arrives in the Maldives at the start of June and lasts through the end of November. The weather in the Maldives does not usually follow South Asian monsoon trends, though. In the north, there is an average annual rainfall of 254 centimeters, whereas in the south, it is 381 centimeters. The equatorial currents have a bigger influence on the monsoon in the north of the Maldives than in the south. The average high temperature and low temperature are both 31.5 and 26.4 degrees Celsius, respectively. Authorities in the Maldives predicted that by 30 years, sea levels would totally engulf tiny nation of 1,196 little islands in the Indian Ocean. The Maldives are home to a variety of habitats, such as wetlands, deep sea, shallow coast, and reef ecosystems, as well as surrounding mangroves and dry land. The coral reefs are made up of 187 different varieties of coral. There are 1,100 different fish species in the Indian Ocean, 5 different sea turtle species, 21 different whale and dolphin species, 400 different mollusk species, and 83 different echinoderm species. Numerous crustacean species live in the area as well, including 48 species of shrimp, 120 species of copepods, 15 species of amphipods, and over 145 species of crab. Up until the early 1970s, tourists knew little to nothing about the Maldives. Its 447,137 residents reside on just 189 islands. The only uses for the other islands are economic, with tourism and agricultural predominating. Moreover, 60% of the Maldives' foreign exchange earnings come from tourism, which accounts for 28% of the country's GDP. Import taxes and taxes related to tourism account for more than 90% of all government tax revenue. The expansion of tourism contributed to the economy of the nation as a whole. In other linked industries, it produced prospects for both direct and indirect employment and income generating. With the opening of Bandos Island Resort and Kurumba Village, now known as Kurumba Maldives, in 1972, the first tourist resorts completely changed the Maldives economy. The Ministry of Tourism claims that the economy underwent a dramatic transformation when tourism began to take off in 1972, replacing fishing as the primary economic driver. The industry took only 35 years to replace other sources of income. The major contribution to the GDP and source of foreign exchange for the nation was tourism. Over 17,000 bedrooms were available at 89 resorts in the Maldives as of 2008, and more than 600,000 visitors were welcomed each year. Over 1.7 million people visited the islands in 2019. Between 1972 and 2007, the number of resorts climbed from 2 to 92. More than 8,380,000 visitors had visited the Maldives as of 2007. The Maldivian economy was totally based on fishing and other marine products for many years. The government prioritizes the fisheries sector, and fishing is still the majority of people's jobs. A significant turning point in the growth of the fisheries industry occurred in 1974 when the traditional fishing boat known as the dhoni was mechanized. Couples on honeymoon seeking privacy and thrill seekers planning scuba diving and snorkeling excursions both like visiting the island nation of the Maldives. Visitors looking for a little R&R can unwind at one of the island spas, and everyone should spend at least one day touring Malé, the capital of the Maldives. The hotels in this area are equally amazing, ranging from overwater bungalows to underwater hotels to breathtaking resorts. Euthimo Island, located in the northern Ha'alaf Atoll, is well known among tourists for its extensive historical significance. Sultan Muhammad Thakurufanu, the fabled figure who is thought to have driven the Portuguese invaders from this location back in the 16th century, once lived on this lovely island. Euthimo Island not only protects breathtaking blue seas and sparkling white sand beaches, but it also offers a variety of heritage sites, the most well-known of which is Euthimo Ganduvaru, a stunning palace made of wood. Thanks for watching, and if you liked the video, don't forget to share and subscribe.